Well, this being May, it is certainly beginning a great weekend, isn't it? We have a lot to talk about this evening. Thank you for joining us on Talk and Fight on the Friday night panel. I've got Christian, I got Mike, myself, Derek's still on a leave of absence, but we've got a couple of things to talk about in particular, but regarding a bit of history, I think Christian's got something lined up for us.
Oh, yeah, we've always got a classic fight we can take a look at here. Now, I missed you guys last week. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to be here. But you guys will remember the week before that, we were talking about Rocky Graziano and Tony Zale, and the first of their trilogy of fights that would go on to be known as the Great War. Okay, now I'm sure all you out there in Viewerland will remember, because you're all smart, talented, beautiful people, that Zale won that first fight. Okay, now that electrifying first Zale-Graziano clash was, of course, billed as the fight for the year of 1946, and no time was wasted in putting together the rematch. Now, that was initially scheduled for March at Madison Square Garden. You all right there, guys? Am I missing something?
Have you ever seen Kingpin?
Kingpin?
Oh my god!
No, sorry.
I showed him the clip in Kingpin where the guy gives him 3 right hooks to the boob.
So you guys have got some behind the scenes stuff going on there.
Sorry, man.
Sorry.
It's all good.
What you're saying is very serious, and
yeah.
No, well, again, we're talking. Do you need to throw this clip up for the people at home?
It's not appropriate for everyone, I'm telling you.
Okay, well, you'll have to send it to me later then, because I don't think I've seen this.
Definitely, we will. Sorry.
All right.
Continue.
All right, we'll move back to Graziano and Zale, though, for the time being. I said, so that first fight had been billed as the fight of the year for 1946, and they hadn't wasted any time putting together the rematch. Now, that initially was scheduled for March at Madison Square Garden. Oh, you guys are the worst.
Well, you gotta see this clip.
You're gonna have to put the clip in the comments or something with a warning.
Yeah,
people are gonna be wondering now.
I just can't stop thinking about it. Oh my god!
Mike, you broke him.
I did.
You broke him. That's what you've done.
It's literally been 3 hours since I showed him the clip.
But every time Christian with a straight face goes, "Great fight," and I'm thinking to myself, "Wow, there's none," because Mike had introed this clip by saying, "Wait till the 1:46-minute mark." So I'm sitting there, twiddling my thumbs while there's arguments ensuing between these two people, one being a girl, the other being a guy.
Roy, could we go have a little chat?
It is.
Oh god.
Great.
Oh no. Okay. So
can you show this?
Yes, we can.
It's less than 30 seconds.
Oh, it's a promo.
Here it comes. Don't worry.
I feel like a fool. I know what you're thinking, all right? So just let me explain. Must have a really wide foot. You got both.
You must have a wide foot.
Ditch out and go to Reno without me. And tell me what Hey,
it gets better.
Okay.
We were talking about how women have to wear protectors in the ring because of this. Right at the best part.
All right.
You accuse me of anything. Yes, worships, you know you gotta feed him a lot of bullshit so you can run your own pockets. Come on. Right now. You owe me a butt.
Hey, look, listen, lady. I've done a lot of creepy things in my life, but I'm not gonna lower myself into having a fist fight.
Now, if I'm not mistaken, Woody's a bowler, right?
Yeah.
He's a bowling professional.
Has he got a fake hand?
Yeah, he does.
Gets better.
He gave a right uppercut to her left boob, and then
You've been stuck on this for 3 hours?
yeah, because we were talking about how women have to wear a protection over their chest when they're boxing, and I was like, maybe it's because of this. And then Woody Harrelson gives her a right uppercut to her boob, and then followed by 3 left hooks on the other.
Okay. Now,
Oh god!
please
Okay.
come on with your very serious history lesson now.
I don't know if I call it that serious. Are you guys gonna be okay?
Yeah, we're good.
Oh shit!
I'm gonna have to get the producer to just mute you guys. So
All right, we're good.
the second I start talking, you two are gonna start laughing again, aren't you?
No.
Yep, there it is. So, for anyone who cares, is keeping score here. We are talking about the rematch now for Rocky Graziano and Zale. It was originally supposed to take place in New York. Breathe, Mikey.
Yeah, man.
But at the time, New York State's Athletic Commission had suspended Graziano's athletics license due to a failure to report a bribe attempt. Now, that charge was later thrown out for lack of evidence. You guys are just rough today. I'll tell you that.
Sorry. I can't get through it. Just go. Eventually we'll get to what we're actually talking about. Eventually.
Okay, all right. So either way, his charge for not reporting a bribe was later thrown out. So Zale versus Graziano 2 was rescheduled for July in Chicago instead of New York. And Tony's hometown fans from nearby Gary, Indiana, helped fill out Chicago Stadium's new indoor record gate, with some 19,000 people filling out the stands. And if fans of the Man of Steel didn't leave happy that night, they still got more than their money's worth, as Zale and Graziano once again put on a spectacular slugfest. This time, it was Graziano who appeared to have too much to overcome, as the first round saw Zale take charge and land a series of punishing blows to both body and head. And by the end of the round, the challenger's right eye was swollen and closing fast. The champion only picked up the pace in the second as he sought to capitalize on his injury. But Rocky got home his right hand, and the punch stunning Zale. As the bell went, Zale went to the wrong corner. Kind of like what you two would be doing right now, because you don't have any wherewithal left. But round 3 was all Zale. He inflicted a nasty cut over Graziano's left eye, scored a knockdown, and pinned Rocky to the ropes with a fearsome assault. At the bell, the challenger's face was a mask of blood, and the referee told Rocky that he would stop the fight if he continued taking such punishment. Now, despite this, round 4 was a lot of the same. And at breakneck pace, Zale looked great by the end of it, and Graziano was clearly bothered by his wounds and was starting to have trouble with his vision. So before round 5, Graziano's corner took drastic action to restore their man's sight, breaking the swelling around his right eye and pressing it with a coin. So perhaps it was the pain of the procedures that awakened something primal in Rocky, or maybe it was just the improved eyesight that and so gave him a bit of newfound energy. Because the challenger came out of his corner and attacked with abandon in round 5. And indeed, his accuracy was much improved as he dramatically reversed momentum and found the range for his bombs, bringing loud exclamations from the crowd as he landed one huge punch after another. Now, to everyone's astonishment, the fighter who had appeared finished just minutes earlier was now in charge and starting to inflict some pretty serious damage. Zale attempted to rebound at the start of round 6, but was fading, and Rocky knew it. The challenger kept charging forward, and behind his cannon of a right, it was battering Tony from one side of the ring to the other. 3 flush right hands sent Zale down, and though he climbed back to his feet, he was almost driven out of the ring by the fury of Rocky's follow-up attack. Draped over the middle strand of the ropes with his back turned to Graziano, Zale was defenseless, and at that point the ref halted the match at 2 minutes 10 in the 6th round. So this was another shocking and thrilling come from behind victory, and not to mention another fight of the year. But this time it was Graziano saving a huge win from the fire. Fortune had once again smiled on the Rock, and Drew and the new middleweight champion of the world was crowned. Bleeding and exhausted, he then uttered what would become his immortal tagline, "Hey, Mum, your bad boy done good. Somebody up there likes me." So a third and final Zale Graziano clash did take place the following year in Newark, New Jersey. And while it too was, it was a great bout, with Zale winning this time by a clean and decisive 3rd round knockout, everyone involved agreed that it didn't equal the intensity and the furor of the first 2 battles for just sheer excitement. However, of the 3 legendary clashes that would come to be known as the Great War in this rivalry, it was the only one that was actually filmed. Tragically, we don't actually have any footage of the first 2 bouts. The second one, we only have some poor footage that was shot from the stands and omits the end of the fight. So we kind of have to just rely on written testaments from sports writers of the day, who did unanimously hail the first 2 Zale Graziano battles as among the most action-packed and exciting of all boxing history. Now that report there, that article comes to us from Robert Portis. Congratulations! Did you guys start breathing about halfway through that again?
Yeah. We're good now.
Good. I'm glad you're back. You two are ridiculous. A pair of you.
Are you done? Are you done?
Yeah.
Oh,
yes.
that took a lot. Whew, I tell you, my piece is going to be short and sweet. I think Canelo's going to win in about the 8th round by a liver shot.
Liver shot, eh?
It's not going past the 6th. I think he's gonna.
Really?
I think Saunders is gonna come out hard in the beginning, first 2 rounds, and then Canelo's gonna find his timing. He's gonna figure out Saunders' game, and then he's gonna bring it to him, just like we saw in his last bout. It's not going into the deep rounds. It's gonna be quick.
Yeah, the only thing is they've made it a bigger ring. Saunders is going to be elusive. He's also a southpaw. That's going to throw off Alvarez. So that
was the whole thing. Alvarez wanted an 18-foot ring.
Of course he did.
He wanted that. So this is the whole point. And I think to your point, I think it is going to be ended on body shots from Alvarez, because Saunders is going to try to, as you say, stay elusive. He's going to try to use that 22-foot ring, as I think what they ended up agreeing to in the end. He's going to try to use that space and keep Alvarez at arm's length. And I think Alvarez is going to get in close and use that jab right to the chest just to destabilize him. And that's going to be the end of him on body shots.
It can't go the distance. If it goes the distance, it'll go in Canelo's favor. So,
it's got to be quick. Saunders got to bring it quick. Honestly, on that card as well is the Frank Sanchez fight. That's pretty funny. If Frank Sanchez wins that, he's joining the club of contenders, hoping to get in position for that vacant WBO heavyweight title, which actually isn't vacant. And honestly, in order, the rankings by WBO it goes to Usyk, Joyce, Parker, Pulev, Ruiz Jr., Fa, then Sanchez. And let's be real, Joyce, Parker, Pulev, and Ruiz and Fa would be quite a group to jump over. So,
right.
I think Sanchez is going to take this one pretty easily.
I think so as well. And then he's going to join that long list of people waiting for that belt that's not actually vacant. So, yes, yet again, another heavyweight that's going to prove himself to, be able to be a contender and, fight for the belt. But he's got to wait in line, and he's 7th. So what's really going to happen? This is what sucks. But
did you watch the one today?
On that card, Mark Castro, 2-0, 2 knockouts. I've talked about him in the past. He's going to be a guy to watch on that card as well. Should be a great fight.
There's a couple of belts on that card going as well, other than the Sanchez fight there. You've also got Conway versus Sissoko. And that's a super welter.
Yes. The Super, yes. That's going to be an interesting match, actually. I'm pretty. You know what? Those guys, man, those little dudes, they know what they're doing. It's going to be an excellent fight. Honestly, this card's gearing up to be awesome, actually, and it's really the only fight.
The two of you.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Who directed that movie? Whose movie is that? Whoever thought of that? Oh.
I'm glad to see you guys are raising the level of discourse around here.
I love it because it starts with that short right uppercut to the boob, and then he follows through with a couple.
I mean, oh, actually, hey, out of curiosity, who's the actress?
You know what? I don't even know. I don't even know who. I don't even.
Well, you can set the producers into looking that one up.
Oh.
Speaking of clowns, though. Speaking of clowns,
Vanessa Angel.
there you go.
There you go.
But, speaking of clowns, Jake Paul.
Yo, he stole Mayweather's hat.
Yeah, that's why I said speaking of clowns.
Yes, and he just got it tattooed on himself, and it's all over Instagram. I'm pretty sure I sent it to you guys. Check it out; it's really, really funny. He
got what tattooed on himself?
He means black.
He got tattooed. Gotcha hat.
Really?
He's a clown. Honestly, Mayweather should just not take. Mayweather should just not take this fight at all, and then everyone else in boxing should just tell this kid that he's a clown and that to piss off.
But here's the thing: he's not fighting Jake Paul. He's fighting Logan. Yes, he's fighting Logan Paul, his brother. He's not fighting Jake Paul.
Yeah, okay. I did see another article saying that Logan Paul is furious that Jake Paul stole Mayweather's hat, and I just could not be bothered to read it because it started with the words Logan Paul is furious.
Well, I'm pretty sure I saw the post that said Jake Paul has a black eye and a couple of loose teeth right now. So.
Yeah. He got a few shots. Mayweather dropped him apparently. Yeah, so we'll see what happens. But it's kind of funny though. He went out, got it tattooed on him, got your hat. It's kind of humorous. You know what? He's bringing that publicity, whether it's good or bad. He's still bringing people. He's still getting people ready for whatever the hell he's gonna dish out or whatever his brother's gonna dish out. We all know.
Is he gonna fight a circus clown next, or?
You know what? Maybe he'll fight his way out of a paper bag and into a real career.
Fight a bear?
Yeah, he's not
going to fight a boxer.
You know what? I'd like to see him fight Mike Tyson.
I would too, but I'd like to see him fight, not hard spar.
Listen, Mike Tyson would beat him if he was a quadriplegic and had to blow his wheelchair with his mouth to the ring. There you go.
Oh, here we go.
Got your hat. Got your hat. Oh my God! Are you kidding me? Like, what a ridiculous thing. It's funny.
Clown.
We don't have that many fights to watch this weekend. There is a Miyamoto card that's going to be excellent to watch.
Yep.
She's fighting Michaela Jenkins, I believe it is. Yes, Michaela Jenkins. Also on that card is Jerome Pampoloni. I've talked about this guy before. He's a light heavyweight. He's 6-0. He's fighting Joshua Tai, who's 5-12-0. So we'll see what's going on with there. It should be great. It's going to be a good card. Miyamoto, she should easily come through with a victory here. We'll get behind her, definitely. We'll get her in here actually probably next week for Female Friday, and we'll talk to her about her impressive win, which I'm predicting.
So did you get a chance on Mikey to watch today's fight?
No, I haven't.
The Liam Smith?
I did catch the end of that and how it went to points and how Kurbanov won it. Yeah, it was, you know what, in the last couple of rounds I seen it, they did bring it to each other pretty well.
It was a weird kind of role reversal kind of fight. It was a bizarre it was a bizarre fight because normally you expect Russian fighters to come out and just be really aggressive off the hop, and Kurbanov was a little bit more reserved in the beginning of this fight, and you saw Smith kind of in a role reversal. You saw Smith coming out and headhunting really early on this one.
Yeah,
But unfortunately,
definitely.
he just didn't have the speed, he didn't have the
No.
footwork, and
No.
it just
Yeah, and it was
was-
unanimous, I believe. Yeah, I think
it was unanimous on fights. So yeah, the cards I think went 117, 112, 115, 113, 115, 113.
Yeah, yeah. You know what? And
Oh, yeah.
honestly, it was a great battle. And you know what? I'm not going to take anything away from both those guys. They fought a hard fight, and the better man won. What can you say? I give it up to Kurbanov. Good for him. Great victory. I'd like to see him again.
Weren't you chatting about this fight last week though with the lads over at Last Bell Boxing?
No, not this one.
Was it? No, for some reason I thought they were all calling Liam Smith on this one.
No, that was a while back.
Was it? Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was a different one. No,
Different fight.
honestly, Kurbanov, good for him, man. You know what? He came out with a great victory, well deserved. He worked his ass off in that ring, and you know what? It just shows. If it was closer, you don't leave in the judges' hands. Unfortunately, the judges all said it was unanimous. And you know what? Honestly, I watched as much as the fight as I could, and you know what? The judges were on point with that decision for sure. Definitely. But yeah, there's no actual. I don't think there's too many fights to watch tonight. There might be some stuff around the world. We'll see if I can find it. I will definitely send you the links, guys, so you can see it too. But on
Awesome.
that note,
I'm looking forward to it.
now that we've laughed our asses off, and we got to get back to work, guys. Remember?
Don't get me started.
We're gonna have to get the producers to edit like eight solid minutes of you two laughing out of this video. You know that, right? People are watching. Why does it jump from 2 minutes to 6 minutes? It's just the two of you just staring at the camera laughing. Yeah, that's the stuff.
If oh man, you had to be there. You had to be there.
Yeah, it was great. It was good talk. Good talk. All right, guys. Fight fans watching, thank you again. Check out us next week, man, and make sure you tune in Sunday to see the knockout of the week. Jab that like, click subscribe, and knock us out those comments. It's a Friday night panel. We'll see you next week.
Thanks very much, guys.
Yeah, man.
See you next week.